The mountain as a metaphor for motor development. Motor development has been defined as the changes in motor development over the lifespan and the processes which underlie these changes.
The goal of motor development is to progress towards adaptive skills. Each level of the mountain is sequential and the levels are cumulative as they build one on top of the other. Motor development takes a lifetime to achieve, and there are a number of different developmental pathways that an individual can take. There are 6 levels of the mountain of motor development. The first is the reflexive period, which occurs in the 3rd gestational month to 2 weeks. The goals are survival and exploration of environment. Movements are phylogenetic reflexes and spontaneous movements. Transition is when a child displays voluntary movement.
The second level of the mountain is the pre-adapted period, which occurs from 2 weeks to 1 year. The goal of this period is independent function. The movements are phylogenetic adaptive movement and they are functionally driven. Transition occurs when the child has achieved the 2 milestones of independent walking and self-feeding.
The third period is fundamental patterns, which occurs at the age of 1 to 7 years old. The goals are locomotion, coordination, and manipulation. Movements are phylogenetic building blocks for learning different movements later. Transition occurs when applying movements to context is achieved.
The fourth level is context-specific, which occurs from ages 7 to 11 years old. The goal is to become skillful at whatever you are doing. The movements are ontogenetic, individualized, and culture and society influenced. Transition occurs when you have achieved a level of skill. So the period of the mountain that we will be focusing on is the skillful period, which consists of ontogenetic movements, which are individual specific and they're determined by your environment. The skillful period begins at 11 years old, but it can happen throughout any time of a person's life. So we're focusing on the skillful period of the mountain of motor development, specifically a college athlete's development of their skills. And the goal of this period is to develop highly skilled movements that can be used in sports and recreation and a lot of times used to compete against others. Movements in the skillful period are adaptive, consistent, and they are also psychologically, physiologically, and biomechanically efficient. Reaching the skillful period requires a lot of time and experience.
A 6th phase is compensation, which can occur at any age. Its goal is to adapt movements due to constraints, for example, injury or old age.
We will now take a look at the difference between a person that is skilled in a sport and a person that does not have any experience playing the sport. Alright, we have Justin here. Justin, do you have any experience playing basketball?
Yeah, I've been playing since 1st or 2nd grade.
Oh wow. Do you still currently play basketball?
Yeah, I play for the Maryland Club basketball team.
Awesome. So would you say that you're in the skillful period of motor development for the sport of basketball?
Yeah, I would say that because it from practicing it makes you get better and better every day.
Alright, let's see what you got. So Allison, how much experience do you have playing basketball?
Probably middle school and high school gym class.
So you're not very skillful at it?
No, not at all.
Would you say you're in the fundamental period?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, let's see how you do it out there on the court. So Justin, how much experience do you have playing the sport of field hockey?
So that was my first day ever playing.
Very first day. So so you have no experience. Would you say you're still in the fundamental period?
I would say so. I'm still learning the rules and everything.
Alright, let's see how you... Alright, we have Allison here. Allison, how many years have you been playing the sport of field hockey?
I've been playing field hockey for about 6 years.
6 years. So do you still currently play?
Yes, I'm on the club field hockey team here at Maryland.
Okay. Would you say you're in the skillful period of the mountain of motor development?
Yeah, definitely. I play all the
Alright.
time.
Let's see your skills then. As you can see, Allison and Justin are more skillful at the sports they have been playing and practicing for many years, field hockey and basketball respectively. They show more coordination and control of their movements and have knowledge of how to play the game.
According to Mo in 2004, the acquisition of skill requires a significant amount of time and effort from the individual. In many cases, skill is measured and defined in terms of success. Achievement of a goal is seen by Justin and Allison when they successfully scored.
Athletes as our target audience because physical activity in sports is a large part of their daily lives. They would have an interest in learning how to develop the motor skills in their sport.